Hey everyone! Today I viewed the moment when Natasha, Elise and Annie visited Pressroom. They first had a few photos, then they had an interview, and then they had some more photos, and I have that footage for you. I really hope you will like it. If you do, would you please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends? Because that really helps. Also, would you please subscribe to my channel, because that helps me even more with my future con trips. What does not help me is editing and cropping my footage. So, when you share it, use the direct link. That would be awesome. That actually helps me more than you know. I wanted to tell you about this shirt, because I don't know if you've already seen me wear it before, but it's super comfy. So I love wearing it. It's from Clexa. They are my friends. They gave it to me. And I actually think I saw Natasha wear it at ClexaCon this year. It's pretty cool, right? I know that sometimes some websites try to copy their designs, but this is the original design. So it's ClexaCon where you can get it. Please don't use any other websites. Anyways, back to the footage, because that's where you came for. Hope you like it. Can you tell me something about that? What it means for?
Yes, we've had some questions about that today. What I can say is that we have not yet been funded, but what you saw was that for some of the granting and funding bodies in Canada, there's like stages that you kind of have to move through with your application. So we did put an application for some funding, and we made it through to the next round, if you will. So we're continuing work on that application, and fingers crossed that we will get funded, but that remains to be seen. So we're working on it. We'd really like to get a second season out there. We had a good creative meeting the other day, but we're still
things are and I think when you're dealing with micro budgets as well, there's always the challenges of trying to rein yourself in creatively, because I think when we first had ideas for a possible second season, it was very grand and big, and now we might be dealing with a smaller budget than we had anticipated. But I think if we do get funded, I think we'll find a creative way to make it cool.
Yeah, I think that's one of my favorite things about the world of digital and web, is that there's you see a lot of really genius and different kind of creativity in that medium because of the nature of the smaller budgets, and people have to get crafty to sort of work around it, so it can be really cool. I think, and we've said this before, but really it is just, and people have been doing this, which is great, but it's so helpful for those granting entities to see that there's an active interest from the current audience in more content. So anything you can do to just keep sharing the series, tweeting with our hashtags, including the show and stuff, and voicing that you do want a second season. So that would be amazing.
Well, I'll make sure to tell them.
Well, it's pretty crazy, because when Carmilla first came out, there was still not a lot of representation at all, and it has begun slowly changing, but I do recognize that we see a lot of the same people, like same guests at conventions, and it is still surprising that a lot of the people who are playing queer characters on television can all be in the same room, and we're like, oh yeah, you there, I've seen you before, and hello again. And so I'd love to see those rooms keep on expanding and expanding, so that eventually it doesn't have to be contained to just one convention.
Well, for me, it has been my only experience of it's really in this age. I didn't have the previous generation's experience where it was a little more removed, and I think there are absolutely some really incredible pros to that. We receive, like being in an environment like this, we're able to receive immediate and very personalized feedback on what the work that we do has meant to individuals on that personal level, and then it can also sometimes be problematic. Sometimes I think in the sense of an understanding that I am a performer and I take on different characters and roles, and that doesn't give a stranger automatic access to personal details of my life, and sometimes those lines can be a little gray, but
also it's been really eye-opening to see how that direct access with fans can change the mind of producers as well. And we're seeing that, you know, for a long time, an argument that was being made was, well, this group of XYZ isn't as marketable or isn't as profitable. And now with, you know, movies like Black Panther, Wonder Woman, Captain Marvel, all these movies, you're seeing that not only are they profitable, but quite profitable. And so, and also being able to have direct access from fans saying, this is what we want, and seeing shows being saved as well, things that are canceled, and then fans going, no, we want this, this is what we love. I think having fandoms be able to have a more vocal say in things like that is really changing the game of the industry.